Welcome to this lesson on transformations of functions. Today, we will explore how we can modify function equations to shift, stretch, and reflect their graphs. This is a fundamental concept in calculus and precalculus that helps us visualize math more effectively. Before we start moving graphs around, we need a starting point. This is called the parent function. For this video, we will mostly use f of x equals x squared, which is a parabola centered at the origin. Think of this as our default shape. First, let's look at vertical shifts. When we add a constant, k, to the outside of the function, the entire graph moves up or down. If k is positive, it goes up. If k is negative, it goes down. Notice that the shape of the parabola does not change at all. Horizontal shifts occur when we add or subtract a number inside the function argument, like x minus h. This part can be tricky. Subtracting a number moves the graph to the right, towards the positive side. Adding a number moves it to the left. It feels counterintuitive, so pay close attention to the sign. Now let's change the shape. Multiplying the function by a number, a, causes a vertical stretch or compression. If it is greater than 1, the graph stretches vertically, becoming narrower and taller. If it is a fraction between 0 and 1, it compresses, making the graph wider and shorter. Changes inside the function affect the horizontal width. If we multiply x by a number b, we get a horizontal stretch or compression. Interestingly, a large number like 2 makes the graph compress horizontally, while a fraction like 0.5 makes it stretch out. This is the opposite of the vertical effect. Reflections work like a mirror. If we put a negative sign in front of the entire function, we get a reflection across the x-axis. All positive y values become negative, flipping the graph upside down. If we place the negative sign inside the function, attached to the x, we reflect across the y-axis. For a symmetric shape like a parabola, this is hard to see, so here we show the square root of x. Notice how the curve flips from the right side to the left side. Real problems often combine these rules. Here we have a shift, a stretch, a reflection, and another shift. The order matters. Generally, you should perform stretches and reflections first, and shifts last, though following standard order of operations works best. Here, we shifted right, stretched, flipped, and then moved up. Here is a summary table of all the transformations we covered. Memorizing these patterns will allow you to graph complex functions quickly without needing a calculator. Thanks for watching, and keep practicing.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.